Live from Chicago.
It's time to Wake Up with Al Roker and Stephanie Abrams.
And good morning, everybody. It is Wednesday, October 28th, and welcome to Wake Up with Al, Chicago style. We are live in the Windy City, and I am sitting right now, standing, I should say, in between two big weather makers. We've got heavy rain in the east. We've got a wintry blast in the west, which is producing strong winds in California and big traffic problems in San Francisco after a bridge cable snaps. Let's start with the driving dangers in the east this morning. Atlanta saw the heavy rain yesterday. Close to 2 inches of rain fell, which always slows down the traffic there even more. Right now, that rain has reached the mid-Atlantic and the northeast, and that could impact Game 1 of the World Series tonight. We'll have the forecast coming up. Then we've got the wintry blast that's out in the west right now. The snow forced drivers to strap on their snow chains in the Cascades of Oregon. This system has now started to dump snow in the Rockies. We're going to have a live report from our good friend Mike Seidel, who is in Boulder, Colorado, coming up in just a moment. And strong winds caused major problems in California. The high winds and dust are being blamed for a number of traffic hazards, including a major pileup near Fresno. A tractor trailer rear-ended a car, then hit another big rig. That is amazing video. Let's go now down to Atlanta, bring in my good buddy, Stephanie Abrams, who's holding down the fort there. Good morning, Steph. You dried out finally?
Yes, finally dried out. It looks like you're getting a little soggy there, though, in Chicago. I see that it's a little wet there on the pavement. Let's take you into San Francisco, talk more about the Bay Bridge, which is closed in both directions after a cable snapped and hit 3 vehicles. Now, it left debris on the upper deck of the bridge. Investigators, emergency crews, and engineers will try to find out how the cable snapped and if that creates more problems for the bridge. It's unclear if high winds played a part in the bizarre accident. There were reports of winds sustained around 10 to 20 miles an hour. And Al, I'm thinking 10 to 20 mile an hour winds should be nothing for those cables.
I was going to say that's not good. That is not good. And there's going to be big problems for their morning commute in San Francisco. Let's see if your morning commute has some problems as we go coast to coast, starting on the East Coast. Wet weather in New York over the next few hours. 55 degrees with some heavy rain. Showers in the morning in Savannah, 85. 61 in Detroit. They've got some morning rain. Move on into the Midwest, and you can see we've got some sunshine down through Texas, looking pretty good. Oklahoma City, some windy conditions in 69. Rapid City, some snow and 35 degrees. New Orleans, 78 and sunshine. Moving on to the west, you can see we've got snow in the Rockies. Denver, snow, 30 degrees. Look for 25 in Yellowstone. Salt Lake City, 39 degrees. Now, we've been talking about this big storm blowing out of the Rockies, or out of the northwest into the Rockies. Our good buddy Mike Seidel is standing by in Boulder, Colorado, and he's getting snowed on. What's it like there, Mike?
Hey, good morning, Al. The snow, I changed over from rain about dinner time last night. It's been snowing lightly all night. About 2 inches on the ground so far. The wind is not affecting here, the Boulder area, but out through the plains, Denver, Colorado Springs, those areas, winds are gusting this morning to 30 miles an hour, and that's going to really blow and drift the snow around. And we'll likely see more scenes like this. Take you back to last week, and this is something you hate to be in when you're in a car out of control. Look at the spinning yellow car on the street there. A lot of cars stopped with the snow last week, 1.5 inches. Their first measurable snow of the season. And again, cars and ditches. So slow down. Don't hit those brakes. Give yourself plenty of extra distance, because we got a forecast of a pretty decent winter storm here in late October. You know, the biggest storms in Denver occur in October, November, and March and April. Fall and spring is when they get their big storms. 9 of the top 10 occur in those 4 months. And we're looking at temperatures today staying below freezing in Denver, 31. The average high is 60. We were at 60 yesterday. So what a turnaround here. 10 to 15 inches of snow in Denver and 1 to 2 feet in Casper. And Al, by the way, last week I mentioned the snowfall was heavy and wet like mom's mashed potatoes. Just wondering if you've got a seat at your Thanksgiving Day table for me. I've been blacklisted.
I was trying to save you, buddy. I really was, but she's your mom. She forgives you, okay? We'll check in with you a little bit later, Mike. Thanks so much. Now let's head back down to Atlanta, get our weather now from Stephanie.
And the good news is the south is starting to dry out, but the rain, it is pounding us here in the northeast. Let's take you there right now. D.C., we're dry right now, but another batch is coming through. Also Philadelphia. And this is how it's going to look through the day. You'll get a little bit of rain, then you'll get a little bit of a break. New York up to Hartford, also into Providence and Boston. A slow go here on the highways this morning for sure. Back through the Midwest, Erie down towards Cleveland. It is really coming down. That's indicated by the orange and yellow here on the map. And as we head westbound, not looking too bad right now, but it is going to look much worse. And of course, Al, on our radar picture in the west, we have the mountains. So sometimes it doesn't look as impressive as the actual event that's happening.
All right, thanks a lot, Stephanie, and we'll check in with you in just a moment. But we've got a lot more coming up on Wake Up with Al. We told you about this yesterday. NASA ends up scrubbing the Ares launch. That's right. Will they finally get it off later today? We'll find out. And for 8 seasons, he played Mark Green